But look at what the onions are looking like. They're absolutely looking amazing. I am ecstatic, you guys, about these onions. I tried so hard. This one is actually forming a really, really hard head. I'm really amazed at that. And so I can't wait to be able to harvest that. It's still really small though, but that's okay. This other thyme plant, as we're talking about it, is not doing so good. This was even before we settled in with really cold weather. I don't know, y'all. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Danielle. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by today. I am a 100% container gardener living in Zone 9A in Alabama, if this is your first time being here. Other than that, if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to show you guys what the garden is looking like today. It is mid-winter, January 30th, 2026. So I'm going to take you around and see what the garden is looking like. You see behind me, I already have things have been covered up since we got our first bad weather. So I'm gonna let you have a peek in there, see what things are looking like. Let's get started. All right, so why don't we let's start right here at the onions, where the onions are, and also this bed number one. So the onions are absolutely looking amazing. I'm gonna try to get on this side, that way I'm not blocking what little bit sunlight we have, but look at what the onions are looking like. They're absolutely looking amazing. I am ecstatic, you guys, about these onions. I tried so hard. If you watch my previous video on my onions that did not work, you can see the comparison. They didn't, were not doing good in the beginning. So I planted all of these onions again, and they're absolutely doing amazing. So in here, you can see we have this beautiful, beautiful spinach right here, big juicy leaves. We've also got some kale, or that kind of green. Um, we have a beautiful red, uh, it's called a red rock mammoth. Is it a mammoth? Yeah, it is a mammoth red rock cabbage. It's doing beautiful. Look how beautiful and big those leaves are there. And it's forming a head on the inside there. We've also got, and I'm trying to go around so that I do not have to lift up this plastic all the way. But we have another set of greens here. Now these radishes here, they have started going to seed. So I've already had to pull some up because you can tell that by the stalk getting really long in the center. So I've had to do that, but that's okay. And we've also got some collard greens right there. The onions are doing absolutely amazing right there. It is going to seed a little bit. You can actually see that, but it's absolutely doing amazing. Let me come around the other side so you can see the rest. All right, we're coming in from the other side here. And first right here, we have these, this is some strawberries here. Now, I totally forgot on my last couple of, on my previous video, when I took care of those strawberries, I did not take care of these. So I'm gonna be taking care of those, making sure they're doing well, but they're fine right now. So right here, we have some more cabbage, not cabbages. These are some more carrots. These carrots are so good. These are the long imperator carrots that I absolutely love, and they're doing amazing. We've got some more greens there, some more collards, some more down this way, a beautiful another red cabbage. And then we've got some, these are Swiss chard right here. So everything is doing absolutely wonderful in this crop cage, or in this, what we want to say is a makeshift greenhouse. Absolutely doing amazing. Okay, so now we are in the crop cage where we have this, again, our makeshift greenhouse. We've got it covered up in plastic. So these are the other plants that are doing so really good in here. Some more greens, cabbages. Not that I know that these, I don't know when these cabbages are gonna actually be ready, but they're trying to do whatever they can do, and I'm just waiting. We've got some beautiful beets. I've been harvesting those all around there. So I did have to take one of those plants up there, but everything is absolutely looking amazing in here. Let me bring you around the other side so you can see those cabbage. All right, so here are the cabbage, doing absolutely wonderful in here still. This one is actually forming a really, really hard head. I'm really amazed at that. And so I can't wait to be able to harvest that. It's still really small though, but that's okay. We've got another one here. Head is forming really nicely in there. Some more carrots. We'll be harvesting some more of those. And so I'm absolutely amazed and just so happy that stuff is absolutely working and growing in here. I have been so worried about the garden. We've having some freezing nights and down into the upper 20s and the lower 20s. It's just been, really, really nerve-wracking a little bit to me. I know I get so worried about what's going on in the garden. This morning we had some rain. If you can see behind me, I've got all the blankets that I have spread out in the flower garden here. I had to jump and get those this morning because they were getting so wet. And so I had to get those this morning and lay them out. But that's just, it's gardening life, y'all. What you gonna do? All right, so here we are coming up to table number 3. We've got some beautiful flowers that are still growing here. They're not looking so good. They are not, but I'm still covering them up and, trying to measure. I'm not sure if I was even showing y'all that because I was so enthralled with looking at what it was looking like. But here they go. These are some snapdragons. Let me tell you the name of them. But these are the snapdragons. So they still have plenty of life to them, so I've been making sure that they stay that way. These are all the strawberries back here. They're doing good. And then we come down to some more kale and collards. A few purple carrots. These are them here. You can see that you got some. Let me make sure I'm not blocking the light. So you can see some of them there. You still probably can't see them. There we go. So there's one peeking about the surface there. So I'm going to cover that back up because I don't think it's ready yet. So still been trying to take care of those. Now over here, this area is our flower garden. Does not look so pretty right now, but we're in the middle of winter. Like I said, this is our setup so we can keep things covered up. And it's going to be covered up tonight. So here we have some beautiful pansies. Pansies are trying to make it. Pansies are trying to make it. They're absolutely looking beautiful though. These get covered up at night. When it gets really cold, these are the petunias back here as well. They're not doing too bad. So these are some more pansies here. Still looking very nice. This is some more petunias here. And then here is another snapdragon that is not doing well. I don't even know why I'm holding on to it, but it has life to it. So I'm still trying to hold on to it. And it's going to get repotted here in the spring. Well, hello, bee. Hello. Look at you. All right, so these are some more pansies here. In this area here, I'm going to show you back here. These are the blueberries. And I still didn't go get a clip to clip these up. I'm not going to touch it because it has so many prickly. It is a thorny, very thorny because it's wild. So it's looking very nice. It got pruned up on my last video. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and take a look at that. So that is the blackberry plant. Here is our trumpet plant that is, I don't know if it's still alive. I feel like it was, but it tries to grow and then it dies back. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. I really don't know. Let me show you the blueberries. All right, so here are one of the blueberry plants. And so you can see it's got the buds on here. Still doing fine. I've got it in the frost jacket here. It's doing fine. When it gets really cold, down in the 20s, we put this tarp on there just to make sure that the plant, I want to keep it in its best condition. Now, no, I probably don't have to, but that's how we work it over here in Danielle's Blooming Garden. All right, and then over here is the other blueberry plant, which is slower to budding, but that's okay. And both of these varieties are the, I'll put it on the screen because I don't remember the name right off the top of my head, but both of these varieties are the same. They're back into the same variety, but within that variety, like I said in my last video, I don't remember the actual cultivar. So, but I will put it on the screen if I know. And now through all of this, I am not trying to rush the weather at all. I don't complain about it being cold because I know that it has to be cold. And I've been there, done that. Not saying I want to live in it very for a long time, like those very northern states. That is just not for me. But I'm never going to rush this cold weather because here in southern Alabama, the heat just is absolutely horrendous. I'm not going to rush this cold weather. No, I'm not. All right, so now we are at the garlic. The garlic looks amazing. At first, I was not covering it up. It has gotten snowed on didn't have a cover on it. But as you can see in the background, you see the plastic because the other night it did get down into the lower 20s and I just was very concerned about it. So I went ahead and covered it up and it looks really, really good. So I will be, if you stay tuned, I will be doing a fertilizing video on this and my onions on the other side there. So stay tuned for that video. All right, we're over here at the sweet potatoes that we are still keeping alive outside. Let me put this over here. Okay, so here are the sweet potatoes. Now, I did show you in the last video, we had one that was here. Well, that went away. We had some very, very bad weather come through and it got really, really cold that night down into the 20s. But so that one didn't make it. Now these here are struggling because since that weather happened, but they are still alive. I tried to give a little bit of airflow down by the root there. This is the other one. And then this is the other one here. So try to open it up a little bit and give it a little bit of some more air down by the roots. But we added some more mulch around that because it got frigid the other night. So we wanted to make sure that they're still being taken care of. This was not the plan to keep these alive right now, but they're living and we decided to keep them. So now we're coming over to the flower garden, the herb garden. This is our other garlic here that's looking absolutely good as well. We have a thyme plant that, thyme is very, very good. I don't even have to cover it up, but, so it's going to do good. Oh, that smells good. So the thyme is doing very, really good. This other thyme plant, since we're talking about it, it's not doing so good. This was even before we settled in with really cold weather. I don't know, y'all. Ever since it's been in this pot, ever since because it was here where the garlic is, so ever since I took it from there and I potted it up in this pot, maybe it stays too wet. What do y'all think? I don't know. Y'all let me know about that. But anyway, we're going to move over here. This is some peppermint here, peppermint or some kind of mint. I don't really know, but I've had it for a long, long time, but it is looking really, really good and it smells amazing. Absolutely wonderful. This is another one of my pride and joys over here, our lettuces. So we have some Merlot lettuce here, Forellenslus, arugula, and some butter crunch. So all of these lettuces are doing absolutely amazing. What we do is cover them up. I have a sheet. I added an insulated blanket to this. It has the material on this side and then that loud material on the outside. I can't think of the name of it, but we added that in there for when it got really, really cold. So, and then we have a tarp on that because, for the rain to keep the material dry so it won't actually freeze under there when it gets wet. But that's how we're doing that. So this is that part of the garden. Let's go into the greenhouse. All right, so we're stepping here into the greenhouse. Over on here on the right side, we have some beautiful Swiss chard here that I've got to harvest. Some more mint that is doing very, very nicely. Some more greens. We've got our volunteer tomato plant, which has been flowering. Beautiful. So we decided to keep that in here to make sure it keeps doing that. This is a dormant Asiatic lily that I think was trying to grow, and then it decided not to when it got really cold. So I just went ahead and put it in here. We have a beautiful celosia that has decided to go ahead and start giving off some more plants here. You can see these here and on around. This was supposed to be some red vein sorrel. To be honest, y'all, I haven't even harvested any yet. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that today. I don't know what it tastes like. And I looked it up on the Google Lens and it said it was a type of sorrel. So I am still going to try it, but that is not what I ordered. Anyway, moving on here, we have some more radishes that I just wanted to grow. I planted these a few weeks ago and they're doing very nicely. Very, very nicely here. All of the sweet potato plants, they are doing very good. We're going to start fertilizing these very soon and get them outside when the weather warms up, probably in March. Here is, let me go back here. Here's another Swiss chard that's just basically hanging on. I don't know what happened to the bugs got to it. And so, I don't know. Hanging on though. This is another mammoth red rock. And it is, look at the leaves, y'all. Like when you look at this, it's just all up in everybody else's way. But it's so beautiful. It is beautiful and it's starting to form a head in the center. So if you can see that, beautiful. Another mammoth red rock there, doing good. We've got our beautiful succulent plant here that has started to bloom. Look at these beautiful flowers in there. So this is absolutely doing wonderful. It's one of our succulents. I don't remember the name of it, but it's doing wonderful. Some more greens here. We've got these are some rutabagas, and I'm going to be harvesting probably this one next. And then it's got one more in there. I did a short on video the other day, and I'll show you the harvest. I'll put a picture up in here and show you the harvest on that. Actually, show you the strawberry too. I will put both of those together because the strawberry, we got our first strawberry, y'all. I'm so happy. Yes, but even though it didn't taste that good, because it did some freezes. You know, the freezing weather, it don't know what it's want to do, what it wants to do. So anyway, let me talk about these carrots. These are some more. I think these are, because you know I ain't got them labeled, but I think these are some more long imperator carrots. So these are doing very, very nicely. Aloe plant, beautiful. And then we've got some American rutabagas. This is one that is lasting in here. Yeah. So purple top rutabaga. And then we've got a carrot that actually, and I have one outside as well. It is in that first table there. So I have some more that I planted in there with those radishes. And so I transplanted a carrot and it actually grew. And this is another one that has decided to grow here. Back here, these two plants that don't look good, these are lemongrass. So these are going to get up potted along with, I don't know why I'm passing it over. Uh-oh, what's happening here? Okay, getting hooked on. Okay, so here is our pineapple plant. So this plant, along with the lemongrass, is going to get up potted in the next, probably in the next month. Pot those. Now, besides what has done well, these are the plants that have not done well. And there's a reason why they have not done well. It's because I left them out purposely to see what they were going to do. Also, mainly because they had aphids all over them. So I don't see any aphids now. Yes, I do. But maybe they're not alive anymore. So this is what the plants are looking like. You can see the damage on them, the discoloration and such. So this is the same thing. So let me get out the sunlight so y'all can see. But that's what those plants are looking like. Not the best. You know, you can really see it on this plant, the discoloration. Yeah, so it's all right though. You know, I did that because I was tired, but I wanted to say the aphids, how was that in your garden? So the aphids, you know, about took me out this year. I'm just gonna say that. The aphids about took me out this year because I've never had so many aphids in the garden. I've had some before and it was just too much. It was just too much. It has gotten to be so much this year and I don't understand why. Maybe it's because I would have too much nitrogen in the soil. But what has been your experience? How are you taking care of your aphid problem, or do you even have an aphid problem? Let me know because it was a problem this year, a very big problem. So I'm definitely going to try to do something different next year so that I do not have this big aphid problem. All right, so that is the garden, the end of January, in the middle of this winter, up and down weather, up and down weather. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. I wish you guys much success. I hope you guys stay well. See you guys next time. Bye.